Well, hello everyone. My name is Shlomi Ben Abraham and I'm with Dot Hill Systems. And what we'll do today is we're actually going to spend some time to show you how simple it is to expand capacity within an AssuredSAN solution. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to show you the system itself. You can actually see the rack itself with the physical components behind that window. But we're also going to cover the features behind it. So within AssuredSAN, we get a feature or an operating system, a storage operating system, where we call RealStor. And we also have a feature called RealPool, which will be able to pull the additional storage together into a bigger pool. And we'll also have something that's called RealTier, which is mentioned in some of our other videos. But we'll be able to show you how the data will be able to move and be promoted and demoted between the 10K drives and the 72K RPM drives that we'll add. And what we got here is we actually have two chassis. Chassis 0 and Chassis 1. The top chassis is basically the RAID controller. It's got two controllers in an active mode. It's got a 2U24 with 10K drives, which are 600 gig in size. We also have the second unit, the second chassis, which is basically a JBOD. It's also a 2U24, and it also has 10K drives, 600 gig in size. And what we're trying to simulate here is basically an IT shop or a customer that purchased a solution with two chassis only. It had 10K drives, and he's looking to expand its capacity. And the key takeaways that we're going to cover, and we're going to come back to that, is basically it's pretty simple to add that, and we're going to go through the step of adding it, and it's all going to be done live. The application still is running, the business unit keeps running. There's no changes on that portion of the site. So we got the two units here. What I'm going to go and do is I'm going to go on the back end side into that small data center. I'm going to connect this third JBOD on, and I'll be back in a minute. All right. Well, that was easy on the physical part, and that's of course again because somebody helped me rack this unit. But what we see here again in the UI, we're still going to see the two units, and it's going to take about a minute or so until the third chassis is powered on. It's got enough power, and the RealStor software, operating system software, is able to pick that up and display it over here. So let's wait for another minute, and we'll see another third chassis pop up in here. And there we go. So we see the first chassis as we had before, the middle one, and the third one. As we said, these are 2U12, so these are large form factor drives. What we're going to do now is we're going to go to the home screen, and this home screen is a part of the RealStor operating system. It's basically a dashboard that allows the user to log in and see almost everything it needs to see within the storage system. What's happening, how much capacity is free, how much is used, what's the IOPS, what's the bandwidth, what's the latencies. There's a lot of information out here. But what we're going to focus on today is we're going to show you that we got a storage A for controller A, a storage pool B for controller B, and you could also see a color scheme. They're all green in color. What we have here is we've got some sort of a color scheme that we try to follow, which we got red for performance, which would probably be your SSDs. We got green, which are meant for your standard drives, which are 10K drives. And we also have the blue, which we're just going to add right now, which is basically your large form factor 72K RPMs. So let's go ahead and show you on this storage B where it's got all green. Let's go ahead, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand on the pool section. I'm going to choose controller B or pool name B and do an add disk group. I'm going to choose the virtual mode. That's what we're using here today. And I'm going to call this 7K controller B-1. I'm going to choose RAID 6 for that purpose, and I'm going to go ahead and choose the drives that I want to associate with that. I'm going to go ahead and choose 6 drives. That's basically a 4+2 and a RAID 6, 4 data drives and 2 which are parities. And I'm going to click add. So while this thing is adding again, I just want to re-emphasize again, this is all done live. The system was not shut down. We did not have to shut down, reboot the system. We just went up, mounted this hardware, and cabled it, powered it on, came in here, and then added into the pool. Let's go back in here. So now we have the 10K portion, the 7K portion. Let's go back to the home dashboard. And in the dashboard, we can actually see here on the A side, we have not done anything. We've kept it green. On the right-hand side, which is storage pool B, we have the green portion where we had before, and we got a larger portion now because these are larger form factors and larger capacity drives. We have the blue section, which is basically your 72K RPM drives. That's all that was needed. Let's look at the takeaways for this. So if you look at the takeaways, we used an AssuredSAN with 2 units. We added a 3rd unit, physically cabled it, powered it on, connected it. Once the system identifies it, all live, not having to shut down the system or reboot it. Again, the application in the business unit is not even aware that it's a part of it. We've added it onto the pool. That's also a live part. No needs to shut down or stop the application portion. And then that's all part of the RealStor operating system. And then the RealPool, which pulls the pools together. So this is the storage pool B that now has a 10K and the 72K RPMs together. And of course, the RealTier will allow the system automatically within a 5-second interval to decide if it wants to promote things from the 72K RPM, which are basically empty now, into the 10K, or take some stuff and demote data from your 10K into your archive tier or your more cost-efficient drives for capacity. Hope this was helpful. Please come and see our additional videos. Thank you.